What's going on, everyone? It's UrAvgConsumer, and today I'm going to be going over my ranking of the Beats by Dre headphone product line, and I'm going to be ranking these all the way to what I think are the best. Now, I'm going to be going over the whole shebang here as far as sound quality, durability, looks, price, all that good stuff is all going to be taken into consideration in this ranking. This video is made for someone who's on the market trying to buy a pair of Beats and wants to know if one is better than the other or which Beats they should go after. Now, I know a lot of you guys have favorites among the Beats line, but this video isn't to say any of them are bad. It's simply to say which ones I believe have the best value overall and provide you the best Beats experience. And with that being said, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. And at number 6, I'm putting the Beats by Dre Executives. The Executives have a very nice design. They're definitely catering to the older, more mature audience that wants a pair of Beats but don't want the flashy reds that come along with it or the little bright, vibrant colors. So the Executives are definitely more low-key, and I think that definitely works for them with the all black and the black and gray. So it's got a really, really nice design, and it's made out of some nice materials. It's very durable. So I'm definitely liking the build quality and the actual overall design of the Executives. Now, my only qualms with the Executives is that it doesn't work without batteries. So you need some external batteries to power up the headphones. And I think at the $300 price point, there should be at least an option to plug them in and, just listen to your music without the batteries. And with that, you also can't turn off the active noise canceling, which is my next gripe with it. With the active noise canceling, the Executives has a really loud hiss that comes in on your music at lower volumes and when your music is paused. So it definitely can be a bother to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of complaints about it. So that's definitely one of my other gripes with it. Now, my only last gripe, which is not really a gripe, but it's all based on personal preference. The Executives don't have that really bassy sound that you expect from Beats. So if you're looking for that bassy Beats experience, say that 10 times fast, you really won't be able to listen to it with the Executives. The Executives sound a lot more subdued, and it might be because they're going after the more mature, older audience who probably doesn't want that big bass. But if you're younger and you're looking for boomy, bassy beats, the Executives really aren't the one for you. But if you aren't, then that might work. So it's all personal preference, as I mentioned. And that's number 6 with the Beats Executives. And for number 5, we have the Beats Pro. Now, a lot of you are probably going, oh my God, Beats Pro are low on the list. But hear me out. The Beats Pro have a great design. They look really nice. They have a very durable design as well. It's built like a tank. And it also is a very great sounding pair of headphones. Now, these are definitely all really great things, but it's at a $400 price tag. And I just think that's way too much for just a regular pair of headphones. They sound great, but they don't warrant $400 in my opinion. I just think that's a bit over the top. And at the $400 price point, you'd expect the sound quality to be leagues better than all of the other Beats. But actually, I don't think it's that much different. I don't think the average consumer will be able to pick up just how different it is in comparison to some of the other ones. So that $400 price tag, I'm not really seeing why in comparison to the other ones. The build quality is nice, but I definitely don't think it warrants that price range. And I do know that there's supposed to be pros and like DJs are supposed to use them and stuff like that. But because of that design built for DJs with the swiveling ear cups and stuff, it has a really strong clamping force. So after a while of listening, it can hurt your ears. I know for me personally, and I've seen other people complain about it as well, it does hurt your ears after a while. So you don't want to spend $400 on a pair of headphones that you can't keep on your head for a very extended period of time. So the Beats Pro for me had to come in at number 5. And for number 4 on this list, I'm putting the Beats by Dre mixers. Now, the mixers are overall some really, really great headphones. They've got nice build quality. They're made out of really durable materials. They're actually very nice sounding. They sound amongst the best of the Beats by Dre line. They're very clear. They have some great clarity. Not that much bass, but you get an overall nice experience with them for sure. And I think the overall design of them just looks really nice. I am a huge fan of the way the mixers look, and they've got a ton of color options out there. They've got this whole new neon line, so you've got all kinds of colors available to you. And what's also really great about the mixers is that they're $250, which makes them the second least expensive Beats, which is interesting at $250. But 250 is the second least expensive of the line. So if you're on the market for Beats, you only thing lower than that is the Solo HDs. Now, where I have issues with the mixers is their comfort. They also have a DJ design, so you can swivel the ear cup and stuff like that. But that clamping force on the mixers is completely unbearable to me and a lot of people that I've had try them on, and a lot of people that I've seen in comments. So I'm 100% not alone on the comfort issue. But if it wasn't for that, I would rank these probably at second place or something. But the mixer is they're just too uncomfortable to spend $250 on and not be able to wear them for a long period of time. But if you are one of those people who can wear these with no issues, I completely recommend it. These sound absolutely amazing. They look great. I definitely do recommend them if you're on the market for Beats and you've tried them on first. You definitely have to try these on first. But unless you've tried them and you know they're good, I'm gonna have to rank them at number 4. And for number 3 on this list, I'm putting the Beats Solo HDs. Now, the Solo HDs are the cheapest of the line at $200. And with $200, you get a very compact design. You've got the real iconic Beats look for going for it. I think the Solo HDs look really nice. The Solo HDs were actually my first pair of Beats, and when I was comparing them to the Beats Studios, I thought the Studios were just way too big, and I didn't really like that. So that compact design is really great. And it also comes in a ton of colors, so many colors now. So you've got a ton of options out there. Now, the only real qualms I can say about the Solo HDs is probably the sound quality. But as an average consumer who's probably used to just regular headphones, I definitely think that these won't be an issue. I definitely didn't have any issues when I first tried these on. I really love the sound quality that I got from it. But for anyone who's tried really good headphones and wants to jump into the Beats line, try a nice Beats product, the Solo HDs probably aren't for you. But if you're just an average consumer going from regular everyday headphones or earphones and you want to jump into the Beats line, the Solo HDs will definitely not be a problem. I know I didn't have one, and a couple of my friends didn't have any issues as well. So definitely good stuff with the Solo HDs at that price point. Now, the only other issues I can say with the Solo HDs would probably be durability. I know with the Solo HDs that they have that cushion that can kind of come off at the top. I've dealt with that quite a few times when I had them, so that's definitely a problem. But I've always been able to just, stick it back without any real issues, but the fact that it happened in the first place is kind of daunting. Now, some people have complained that it cracks, things like that, but I've never dealt with a headband cracking. I think that's an old issue that used to happen with the Solo HDs. I don't think that's an issue anymore. They reinforced the headband, so it's definitely a lot stronger there. But I do think that the Solo HDs are definitely a nice introductory headphone into the Beats line, and that's why I have them at number 3. And for number 2 on the list, I have the Beats Wireless. The Beats Wireless are like an upgraded version of the Solo HDs. They both have a very compact design, although the Beats Wireless are slightly larger. And the overall sound quality of the Beats Wireless are also better than the Solo HDs. Where the Solo HDs might sound a bit muddy, the wireless sound like they've cleaned it up quite a bit in the sound quality department. And there's also a lot more comfortable due to the large ear cushions. And with those ear cushions being on ear, you can definitely feel the bass a lot more. So for those bass heads out there, the wireless sound great for that. And of course, the biggest thing about the wireless is the fact that they are Bluetooth headphones. You can actually connect this to any Bluetooth device and start listening right away. So computers, cell phones, all that, you don't need a wire to listen to your music. And even if the battery dies and you're not able to use those Bluetooth features anymore, you can always plug in the headphones and listen to your music no problem. You won't need any battery power in order to listen to music if you're using the cable. But the only issue with using Bluetooth Beats is since they're a very targeted item that gets stolen a lot, it makes it a bit easier to snatch off someone's head or neck or whatever. If you're in an area where robbery is possible, you definitely want to be mindful of that since they have no cable to kind of keep them secure, I guess. So that is something a lot of people need to think about sometimes when they're heading outside with these. Now, my issue with the Beats Wireless is that they cost $279, so they're pretty close to the $300 range. I would have liked them better at $250, where they were just like an upgrade to the Solo HDs. But at $279, it's a bit more expensive. But I do think that is because of the overall better sound quality and Bluetooth features. So those definitely cost more. And as far as the durability goes, I'll put it in the same regards as the Solo HDs, simply because they're pretty much built exactly the same, except these are slightly larger around the ear cups. And for me, I think that the overall package with the wireless are a lot better than most of the other options you get out there. You've got Bluetooth features, you got good sound quality, you've got a compact design, and it's a bit lower at the price range of $279 than, let's say, the executives or pros, things like that. So for me, number 2 are the Beats Wireless. And number 1 on this list is the new Beats Studios. Now, if we're talking about the old Beats Studios, this would probably be much lower on the list, probably number 5 or 6 in my opinion. Now, the new Beats Studios have gone under a drastic change. They've changed the overall design, the whole system of needing batteries. Now it's a rechargeable battery that you can just charge up on the go, and it lasts 20 hours, which is really, really great. Now, my qualms with that is if the battery dies, you can't listen to your music, so that's definitely a huge drawback. But the fact that it's rechargeable means that you can get these charged up all the time with a micro USB cable. So that's very easy to find nowadays, especially with all the smartphones out. So you definitely got the battery life going there. And the sound quality just sounds really, really great. Now, they've done huge improvements in comparison to the old studios. The old studios sounded quite muddy when compared to these, so definitely a good job by Beats there. And with the new design, it doesn't feel like it's as chunky or huge as the old studios. A lot of people did like the old studios look, but me, I was never a fan of it. So if you're someone who wants a more compact, low-key headphone, these actually are a lot better for that than the old studios. Now, of course, these still come in at the $300 price point, which is very steep for a lot of people. So that's definitely one of the big drawbacks there as well. But I think with all this that they've done with it, it's definitely worth the number 1 spot for all the Beats headphones. The sound quality is probably the best out of all of them. And you've got the very nice design, you've got great battery life. I think that overall the Beats Studios have definitely done a good turn in comparison to the old one. And I think that they earned the number 1 spot. If you're looking into Beats, those are the ones that you should get. And that pretty much wraps up my list of the Beats by Dre headphones. Now, I know a lot of you have favorites, like I said before. You probably think the mixers are the best, or you probably think the executives are the best. But I try to look at everything that goes into the headphones and prices and things like that and make my ranking based fairly. Either way, I try to look at the whole picture in comparison to everything in the entire line and make this ranking based on that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's some use to you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.